So you were in an accident. It wasn't your fault. You're in pain. You're missing work and the bills are piling up. So you said, like millions of people do in 2026, let me ask ChatGPT what my case might be worth, or Gemini or Grok, take your pick. The answer came back fast, somewhere between $10,000 and $50,000. You felt a flicker of hope. Then the insurance company's offer arrived, and it wasn't even close. If that story sounds familiar, you are not alone, and you are not crazy. There is a very specific, very deliberate reason why the number the insurance company sent you is so much lower than what you found on your AI tool. Today, I'm going to explain exactly what is happening behind the scenes in 2026 and what you can do about it. So let's talk about that gap in consumer AI versus insurance AI. Here's the single most important thing you need to understand. The AI you use and the AI the insurance company uses are not playing the same game. When you ask ChatGPT what a car accident settlement is worth, it searches publicly available information like legal blogs, news articles, court records, and general averages. It gives you a ballpark based upon what cases like yours have settled for historically. It is designed to be helpful and informative. But the AI the insurance company is using, it was built for them and only them with one primary objective, to pay you as little as possible. By 2026, an estimated 91% of insurance companies have adopted AI technologies in some form within their claims operation. The AI insurance market is projected to reach $35.8 billion by 2029. These are not small experiments. This is a full-scale industrial deployment of technology specifically designed for one reason, to minimize payouts. They use proprietary software with names you may not recognize, systems like Colossus, ClaimIQ, and Liability Navigator. These are black box algorithms. They are not neutral. They are not objective. They are engineered from the ground up to protect the insurer's bottom line. Let's talk about how these lowball engines really work. Let's break down exactly how this works. How does an insurance AI take your very real, very serious injury and turn it into a lowball offer? Well, step one, your claim is triaged by an algorithm before a human ever sees it. The moment your claim enters the system, an AI scores it for predicted severity, estimated cost, and critically, the probability that you will hire an attorney and sue. If the system decides your claim is, quote, low risk, it gets routed to an automated fast-track process. The goal is to get you to accept a quick, cheap offer before you even know how bad your injuries really are. And here's the key problem with that. Many serious injuries, herniated discs, traumatic brain injuries, chronic nerve damage, they don't show up their full severity in the first few days or even weeks after an accident. The insurance AI is making a financial offer on your claim before the full picture of your injury is known. Injuries like herniated discs and TBIs often don't appear. Step two, the AI reduces your humanity to a set of medical codes. These systems are extraordinarily good at reading structured data, diagnosis codes, procedure codes, imaging results. What they cannot process is your lived experience. They cannot quantify the fact that you can no longer coach your child's soccer team. They cannot measure the strain your injury has put on your marriage. They can't account for the fact that you are a concert violinist and wrist injury has ended your career. The algorithm is going to flatten your unique human story into it. And two people with the exact same medical code, the same diagnosis, can have wildly different life impacts. The AI treats them as identical. It offers them the same low number. Step three, the AI is trained on data that rewards low payouts. These systems are trained on historical claims data. If the historical data includes a large number of low-impact settlements, particularly from unrepresented claimants who have accepted the first offer, the AI learns those low numbers as the norm. It perpetuates a cycle of undervaluation. The model is optimized to hit cost targets. Optimization towards lower average payouts is not a side effect, it's a core business objective. And perhaps the most powerful weapon in their arsenal, speed. These systems can generate a settlement offer in seconds. The psychological pressure of receiving a fast, seemingly final offer when you're injured, scared, and financially stressed is enormous. The speed is not a courtesy, it's a tactic. So let me tell you about Sarah. Her name has been changed, but her story is one we see every single week. Sarah was rear-ended at a stoplight. The impact felt moderate. Her car had some damage, but she was able to drive away. She was sore, but she thought she'd be fine. She went to urgent care, was diagnosed with whiplash, and started physical therapy. The insurance company's AI system scanned her initial medical report and within 48 hours issued a settlement offer of $3,500. The adjuster who called her was pleasant. They said it was a fair offer based on her injuries. They suggested she settle quickly to avoid the hassle of a long claims process. But Sarah waited, and 6 weeks later, she began experiencing debilitating headaches and numbness running down her left arm. An MRI revealed what the initial exam had missed, a herniated disc at C5-C6, a direct result of the accident. She would need surgery. Her total medical costs alone would exceed $80,000, not counting lost wages and suffering. When she went back to the insurance company, they refused to move. The AI had already closed her claim as a minor injury. The human adjuster, constrained by the system's recommendation, told her their offer fair, and it stood. Their hands were tied. They said, that's what the data shows. Sarah's story is not an anomaly. It is a predictable designed outcome of a system that makes financial decisions about your future before your injuries have fully revealed themselves. And it's exactly the kind of case our firm was built to fight. So how do we fight back on these AI type analysis? So what do we do? How do we fight a machine? How do you stand up to an algorithm that has specifically been engineered to undervalue your claim? You get a human advocate who knows how the machine works and knows exactly how to break it. Here's how our firm challenges AI-generated lowball offers and algorithmic denials, step by step. First, we add the human dimension the algorithm cannot process. We don't just send the insurance company a stack of medical bills. We build a comprehensive narrative case around your injury. We gather statements from your family, your coworkers, your treating physicians. We document how your injury has changed your life, the activities you can no longer do, relationships that have been strained, career opportunities you've lost. We give your story the depth and detail that no algorithm can generate on its own. We make sure your case is treated as a unique human story, not a line item on a spreadsheet. When an insurance company hides behind an AI-generated number, we demand transparency. We ask for the data, the inputs, and the assumptions that produce the offer. We force them to justify their algorithmic valuation with actual facts. We use expert medical testimony, independent accident reconstruction, and aggressive discovery to dismantle their perceived inconsistencies. We know how these systems work, and we know their weakness. Insurance adjusters who say their, quote, hands are tied by the data are not telling you the full truth. Every algorithmic output can be challenged. Every data input can be questioned, and every low offer can be countered. Third, we leverage one thing the algorithm cannot predict: a jury. Here is the fundamental truth that every insurance company's AI is built around. Algorithms cannot predict what a jury of 12 human beings will do when they hear your story. The insurance industry's entire AI strategy is built on the assumption that you won't hire an attorney, won't go to trial, and will just accept whatever number the machine generates. When our firm enters the picture, that assumption collapses. The credible threat of a jury trial, where your story will be heard by real people, not processed by a machine, is often the single most powerful tool we have. It forces the insurance company to abandon their algorithmic ceiling, negotiate in good faith. Fourth, we protect you from accepting settlement before your injuries are fully known. One of the most dangerous things you can do after an accident is accept a quick settlement before the full extent of your injuries is understood. Once you sign that release, that's it. You cannot go back. Our firm ensures that you never settle prematurely. We work with your medical team to understand the full trajectory of your recovery before we ever recommend accepting an offer. So the rise of AI in the insurance industry has created a new and deeply unequal battleground. On one side, you have some of the most profitable corporations in the world armed with sophisticated algorithms that have been trained on millions of claims, with the singular goal of paying you as little as possible. Consider this. Cigna's AI system was reported to have denied 300,000 claims in just 2 months, spending an average of just 1.2 seconds per review. Yet the reversal rate on appeals was 90%. That means the vast majority of those denials were wrong, but most people never appeal. They just accept the denial and move on. Don't be one of those people. Don't let a machine that spent 1.2 seconds on your case determine the value of your health, your livelihood, and your future. You're not a data point. You are a person with a story, with a family, with a future, and you deserve to have that story heard by someone who will fight for it. If you've been injured in an accident and you've received a settlement offer that feels unfairly low, especially if it's significantly lower than what an AI tool estimated, do not accept it. Do not sign anything, and do not face this alone. Call us today for a free confidential consultation. We will review your case at no charge, explain exactly what your claim may be worth, and tell you honestly whether we believe you have been the victim of an algorithmic lowball offer. We know how the insurance company's AI works. We know how to challenge it, and we know how to win.